Let's talk about the absence of Irving. Last year, the Celtics went without him for 41, yes, I said that correctly, 41 total games, 34 of which were consecutive, and 19 of those were all of the playoffs. Not to mention, the Celtics were only one game away from beating LeBron and heading to the finals. But this year, Kyrie has only missed 4 of 40, but it appears that the chemistry may be better when Kyrie is off the court, resulting in 30-plus assists and a 3-1 record. So that begs the question, are they better without him in the lineup? The stats are skewed because of minutes, but if you look at Terry Rozier's starting production versus when he comes off the bench, he averages 14 points per game and 5 assists per game and shoots 48% as a starter. But when you compare that to his off-bench production, he averages only 8 points per game, 2 assists per game, and shoots only 37%. All that aside, the main question is this: what do the Celtics need more? An all-star hyped-up point guard, or a hungry backup willing to do whatever it takes? Which would be more productive on an already deeply talented roster? I would take what gets you a win. And that's the point guard who can gladly play a team game and share the wealth. The NBA trade deadline is coming up, and all eyes are on Danny Ainge to make a magic move. Can he steal Anthony "the Brow" Davis out of his comfort zone in New Orleans? Here's a long list of reasons as to why he should. This year, Anthony Davis is averaging 28.7 points per game and 13 rebounds per game, and that's only 40 games into the season. In his past 3 years in the NBA, he averaged 28 points per game and between 11 to 13 rebounds per game. In the last 5 years, he averaged 20 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. He's been in the league since 2012 and has only played for the Pelicans. After his rookie year, he's been averaging a double-double with at least 20 points and 10 rebounds. Still not convinced on this 6'10", 7'6" wingspan from this power forward and center? Well, there's more, of course. 5-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star MVP in 2017. He is a 3-time All-Star NBA First Team, a 3-time NBA All-Star Defensive Team, and he is a gold medalist for Team USA in the 2012 Summer Olympics. Whew! With such an extensive resume, is that enough for the Celtics to disrupt their newly found chemistry? Well, adding yet another All-Star help them, or will it hurt them? And what are they willing to give up to get him? A ton of draft picks? Or their young talent for the seasoned Pelican vet? We haven't seen that Gronk spike in a while. He's been MIA for most of the season, and that's hurt or healthy, people. So how much longer will we see number 87 in the clutch? This may be it. He missed 24 regular season games in the past 5 seasons, 3 of which were this year. He just can't stay healthy. And it's not just one problem area. He seems to add another body part to his personal injury track sheet every year. From forearm to back to knee and now his ankle. And he's only 29 years old? I don't know. So far he's played 13 games, but is barely targeted. He only has 47 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Seems like his position on the Patriots roster has changed from scoring points to blocking and protecting Brady. But will that be enough motivation for him to stay in it past this year? He already refused to play for anyone but the Patriots. That's pretty clear. So, is his only option hanging up the cleats? Patriots closed the regular season with 5 wins in 6 tries, while the Chargers have won 12 of 14, including a wild card weekend in Baltimore. In Baltimore? No. Patriots closed the regular season with 5 wins in 6 tries, while the Chargers have won 12 of 14, including a wild card weekend win in Baltimore. New England and Los Angeles will square up in Foxborough Sunday in the divisional round of the playoffs. But Patriots safety Patrick Chung doesn't care who's won when. This is a new game. James White and Devin McCourty said the key now is simple. Be prepared. Patriots are favored by 4, and Tom Brady never lost in 7 meetings with Phillip Rivers. There's also that whole 8-0 at home thing. This has been Brianna Danucci, WBZ Boston News Radio. LO aired. Gronkowski, again impacted by, yes, you guessed it, injuries. But the Patriots' tight end is coming off the playoff bye and has a chance to start fresh in the postseason. Patriots will host the Chargers in the divisional round Sunday afternoon in Foxborough. Gronkowski's thrived in 6 career divisional showdowns with 34 catches, 482 yards, and 7 touchdowns. In 4 lifetime games against the Bolts, he's had 19 receptions and 240 yards and 5 scores. But Ben Volin told me Gronkowski's success this weekend will depend on how he's defended. Brianna Danucci, WBZ Boston News Radio. Down year for Robert Gronkowski, again impacted by injuries. Down year for Rob Gronkowski, again impacted by injuries. But the Patriots' tight end is coming off the playoff bye and has a chance to start fresh in the postseason. Patriots will host the Chargers in the divisional round Sunday afternoon in Foxborough. Gronkowski's thrived in 6 career divisional showdowns with 34 catches, 482 yards, and 7 touchdowns. In 4 lifetime games against the Bolts, he has had 19 receptions for 240 yards and 5 scores. But the Boston Globe's Ben Volin told me Gronkowski's success this weekend will depend on how he's defended. Evened Marcus Morris with a team-high 22 points to mark his third 20-point game in the last 5. Jalen, you're averaging 16 points on 60% shooting your last 7 outings. What led to the turnaround after such a rocky start? But what's made you feel more comfortable? Coach Brad Stevens is happy to see the results. The Celtics will visit the Heat tonight at 7 o'clock. Miami lost 3 out of their last 5. This is Brianna DiNucci, WBZ, Boston News Radio. Celtics blew out the Pacers for their 4th straight win last night, and unsurprisingly, it was another strong game for Jaylen Brown. The swingman evened Marcus Morris with a team-high 22 points to mark his third 20-point game in the last 5. Jaylen, you're averaging 16 points on 60% shooting your last 7 outings. What's led to the turnaround after such a rocky start? But what's made you feel more comfortable? Coach Brad Stevens is happy to see the results. The Celtics will visit the Heat tonight at 7 o'clock. Miami has lost 3 of their last 5. This is Brianna DiNucci, WBZ, Boston News Radio. Losses for the Bees in this series, but they have a chance to end that all tonight at 7 o'clock in the Garden. Coach Bruce Cassidy and forward David Bax aren't focusing on the past. Caps sit 2 points in front of the Bees in the Eastern standings. Night off for Tuukka Rask after his 250th career win. Halak will be in the net. Brianna DiNucci, WBZ, Boston News Radio.